beaten it over the years. Seb Coe sitting just a few feet over to our left is an interesting spectator of this one, of course. Seb Coe setting a best of 3:47 the mile in Brussels back in 1981. Yes, it really was that long ago. And, Steve Cram memorably setting that world record of 3:46 here 4 years later in 1985. Well, in Eugene on Saturday we had a great mile. The first 5 men break 3 minutes 50, but the meeting record here is 3:44.9 by Hisham El Grouj back in 1997. I think that'll be too quick for any of these quick men. Kaitani amongst them. Cheb Saber, well, his mother died a couple of weeks ago, passed away very sadly. He went back to Kenya for the funeral last week, missed the Eugene meeting, but he's back racing as the youngster. The world number one at 1500 this year, Cheb Saber there in green. Only 20 years old, but has improved hugely this year. I can tell you that Harden Kaitani was the winner last week in Eugene in a closely fought race. The first 5 coming across the line in 3:49. But the Olympic champion at 1500 metres is also in this field. Asbel Kiprop, the defending Mobile Dream Mile champion, 2010 Diamond Race winner. There he is. He ran a disastrous race last week in an awful race last week in Eugene. And he finished in 3rd place, but he finished like a train, just left himself with far too much to do in the latter stages. Is Asbel Kiprop. I would imagine a coach somewhere has had a long chat with him and told him to pull his socks up and concentrate and stay nearer the front end of the fields. There are 2 pacemakers. The first will be Bevixen Polonnet, who will go to 800 in around 1:52. And then Collins Cheboy will try to take him to 1200 metres in 2:51. But this is a mile, remember. It's about 9 metres longer than 4 laps. And it does make the old split times a little bit hard to calculate for you, particularly as tonight we understand the clock is going to stop each time they've gone through the finish line. So at 409, 809 metres, 1209 metres. Away they go then. Well, the rain continues to pelt down here. Maybe not quite as hard as in the latter stages of that. So women's 5,000 metres, but it is very heavy nonetheless. Perhaps fitting that these distance and middle distance athletes have to struggle through tough weather, because they have to be tough men to maintain the tradition of this race. You never get an easy race, remember, up against the Africans. It's always quick, always fast. We're looking for at least a world best here tonight. 3:49.09 by Kaitani with that win in Eugene a few days ago. Tops the world rankings, and it is quick, Stuart, because it's single file already after less than 300 metres.
Well, certainly the 2 pacemakers have got a real reputation here, particularly Collins Cheboy, the Kenyan, Polonek, the other Kenyan also, and is steadied down just a little bit now as they come towards the end of the 400-metre track. 55.26 for the first 400 metres, so they are shifting.
Well, if the information we were given is right, then that indicates that the finish line that stopped at 55.26 is misleading, because that was, we've been told, we've handed paperwork saying that is 409 metres that time, which I suspect is right, because they were moving pretty quickly on that first lap. Down the back straight, Cheb Saber looking strong and comfortable there as they go through a lap and a half.
I think, Tim, just to say that the time you'll see before the bell will be with 409 metres to go. So that's exactly what we've been told.
Single file though as they come down into the straight with just over 2 laps to run. And he's done a good job here, Polonnet. Cheboy on the inside there, Cheb Saber, the world number one at 1500 metres. As they go through 800 there in 1:53, but I understand from what we've been told, it's updated information that that's 809 metres, that split. There is the Olympic champion, looking quite comfortable. Kiprop in 3rd place. They're not really pushing on hard here though. Cheb Saber in 2nd place, letting a little gap develop behind the pacemaker. Moving up down the outside there into 4th place is Kepler-Medin of Ethiopia. He's a 3:49 miler himself, is Kepler-Medin. Came 4th in Eugene last week, and with a lap and a half to run, Jeff Risley is also there, the Australian, back in about 6th or 7th place with the dark socks, the best of the non-Africans at the moment. Risley, who ran a really good 1,000 metres, did Risley, to win in Ostrava 10 days or so ago. Cheboy then, his second pacemaker, due to take them here through to 1200 metres in about 2:51. And they've gathered themselves a little bit here, Stuart. It's been a slower third lap.
Yeah, Katani's also in there, Tim. We haven't mentioned him just yet, and he's one of those that will surely feature in the final stages of this. He's been going very, very well. He's the World Indoor Bronze medalist this year, but he won in Eugene. That's the fella that won there and is in very good form indeed.
Well, down the back straight, Chip Saber, the world's fastest at 1500 metres this year, is leading. Gebre Medin, who's run a very well measured race so far this evening, in second place. Jeff Risley having a good race here. The Australian's looking fantastic with 200 metres to run. He's battling with the best of them. The Olympic champion Kiprop in fifth place at the moment. And as they come round the top of the bend, it's Gebre Medin who leads. Kaitani, the winner in Eugene last week in 3:49, grimacing as they come into the straight and pushing hard with 100 metres to run. Gebre Medin now pumps hard with the arms. Kaitani trying to get past him. Here comes Kiprop. It's been a better judged race tonight from the Olympic 1500 champion, and it's going to take the Oslo Dream Mile. Retains his title there, very, very marginally from Kaitani and Gebre Medin. 3:50.86. Well, they lost so much time, frankly, on that third lap, the middle stage of the race, that they really didn't attack it. And you've got to if you want to get down there into the 340s, and it simply didn't happen. But it was a great competitive run there. And I think Kiprop has gained a little bit more credibility there, Stuart, with a beautifully judged racer. Got it right by half a metre there, only hit the front for the very first time about 30 metres out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, he's had some indifferent races of late. He really has, not being in the right place at the right time and leaving it too late to close down in the final stages. But he got that one absolutely right. He has got a pedigree and he's worried us. But look at him. This time, Katani under